Happy Sunday and happy Father's Day, everyone. This is Amy of AJC Magic TV, and we're going to do a Lego build of the Luke Skywalker Landspeeder. And that's the box. We had opened it up already to get the pieces together. We built the characters of Luke, C-3PO, and a Jawa. And this is bag 1 pieces. And then we'll do bag 2, 3, and that'll be all the pieces. So, Penguin Master, you see her in the chats. And she's going to go ahead and start building the Luke Skywalker Landspeeder. So I do welcome you to the stream. I'm Amy of AJC Magic TV. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Consider subscribing. Yes. Garrett says hello.
Hello.
Monarch Moments. Hello, Timothy Rainwaters. My guest person she likes to build the Legos is Penguin Master. You see her in some of the people's streams now. But she is building the Luke Skywalker Landspeeder. We already built the characters. I might end up helping to build one of the sections. Right now we are building, it looks like the Jawa's hut. Yeah, the Jawa's hut. So I do welcome everyone in. Yeah, let's time her. She has 10 minutes. She gets them pretty done when we do the brickheads. That's the thing. Our Lego store, I don't think is reopened yet. I'll have to check with the mall that it's in if they've reopened. But it's on the other side of Pittsburgh. But I do want to get up there because there's some brickheads I want to get. And there's another set that I'd like to get. I hope all of you are having a good Sunday. Welcome in, Pam Spam. Thank you for joining. We are building, well, I'm not building, but Penguin Master is helping to build the Luke Skywalker Lego Landspeeder. I will put her on camera real quick. She's not really keen to be on camera, but that way you'll know. And a lot of you have seen Penguin Master and various streams, or at least the chats. And the reason why she's Penguin Master, because she likes the Pittsburgh Penguins. So that could be. But there is Penguin Master.
Hello.
Yes, that is Penguin Master. Just so you guys all know, because I know I'll buy you all ice cream. I'll buy you Dole Whip or whatever you guys have out in Disneyland if I ever get out there, Garrett. It'll probably take us longer than 10 minutes because there's 3 different parts. Bananas Foster's ice cream. Where do you get that one from, Pam? I'm probably going to switch spots and go over to the other side of the table. Mackinac City. Should have known. Yes, she did say hi to the Monarchs. I know right now a lot of people went out and bought a lot of different Lego sets and everything. The only other set we haven't built yet, I have to figure out how we'll set it up, is the Steamboat Willie. Okay, the sweet spot. I bet you there's probably an ice cream place around here that probably does those different flavors like that. Um, I'm usually, it depends on where I go. If I go to Baskin Robbins, I'm more of a, hello, big Disney fan. Thank you for joining. Um, I usually do mint chip or chocolate chip and mint chip. The one chocolate store called Sarah's Ice Cream and Candy Store, they do a double chocolate flavor that I like to get. There's a place called Clavon's. It's an old-fashioned ice cream parlor. Hopefully we'll get down there sometime. They do a double chocolate type of flavor too. I'm going to go over to this side of the table. So sorry about that. These are some of the other builds that we did. I know some of you have seen the different pictures. There's Chewbacca, Pluto, Goofy, Donald, and then there's a Star Wars speeder and the snow speeder. And then we got a free set from the hidden spooky, the hidden side, which is the spooky stuff. And as you can see, this shouldn't be into the picture. So I will move the games out of the way. And these are all the packets. We're right now on one, so you can see the booklet. And so far, the Jawa hut. And then it looks like the beginning of the front of the speeder is getting built. But the Jawa's hut is built. And I might have our brother come out and hold the camera, and I can help her with some of the other pieces when we get to them. I should have probably built these while I was home all those months. But I knew when we bought them, that's what our plan was going to do. I might go and buy the Flintstone house, and then I'll build that one, and then we can compare it to Garrett's Flintstone Funko Pop house. Welcome in, Disney Boffins. Thank you. You built this one last month, yes. I know a lot of Legos have been built in the last 2 months. I would love to get the castle, but I don't really have the patience to really do that. Plus, it is kind of pricey. I know maybe if I don't do something, that might be something to invest in at one point. Do the Disney Castle or the train station. I'd probably pick the train station because I like trains. Let's have a Flintstone house competition for Oreos. Yes. But welcome in, Disney Boffins, big Disney fan, Pam's fan, and anybody else that's watching. Please remember to hit the big thumbs up button. It does help out the channel. And I hope I didn't miss anybody else in the chat. I know it's Father's Day. It is dinner time. You're out spending time with your dads, or out grilling, or even got takeout, or even actually went to a restaurant, probably, depending on where you live. So, they're all ignoring you. Maybe that's their gift of like, let's leave Daddy alone for the day. Because I know some moms sometimes, they would rather their husbands take care of the kids for the day and let them relax and have a great day. And then hopefully Dad makes dinner. But today, usually, the moms go all out and get the dad steaks or whatever they like to eat. Yes, poor Bing Bong. There's the front part of the speeder getting built. And we're almost done with bag one. They always have extra pieces, so we always have to like to try to keep. See, there's 2 extra pieces there. We're on the bag 2. I'm not sure. What's the weather like out there, Garrett? Out in California. And what about for you, Pam? And feel free to share out the stream. I know I tried to share it out earlier. So he gets nothing for Father's Day. Connor won't even wish him a happy Father's Day. Ah, that's too bad. Yeah, I know some people, and I'm not saying I have friends that are like that, but I know I've heard people say that, well, I'm not there. I'm not my wife's dad. Or vice versa, like you said. But you should take your children and have them get something. Sunny and warm, yeah. It was kind of sunny here and warm, and you could hear it out in probably more eastern area of our area. You could hear thunder and like it was going to start storming and raining all of a sudden, but it hasn't hit us yet. So I'm guessing it went more northeastern of where I live, because I live more southern of Pittsburgh. And a lot of times the east does get hammered a little more than the thing. Garrett says you have 7 minutes. Monarch Moments said you have 7 minutes, or you buy him ice cream. We'll send you freeze-dried ice cream, since you guys like freeze-dried products when our science center opens. Because they have freeze-dried ice cream sandwiches, strawberries. Sometimes they actually have the ice cream, but lately they just had the sandwiches. Oh, wow. Yeah, but your family likes the freeze dried. Hi, Danny from Griswold Family Vacation and Landon. Right now, Penguin Master. A lot of you guys see her in your chats. She is building the Luke Skywalker Landspeeder set from Lego. We had bought this way after Christmas, before all of this stuff happened, and we never got a chance to build them. And they've been coming over lately because we have a swimming pool, and I said to her, well, let's go live and do a live stream of the Lego build of the Landspeeder. That's the Jawa hut that comes with it, and there's the characters, Luke and everything. And she's working on the Landspeeder. I will show Penguin Master. She is in your stream, so you know that. And these are some of the other builds that we did, brickheads and some smaller stuff. Yes, she is intense. She has her game face on, yes. Believe it or not, she gets them done pretty fast. I almost was going to send it over to her house and stick it on the porch one day, and I thought maybe I would try and help build. I'd have to have her brother come out and hold the camera for us to help her build. If I do help her with the last bag. But that one looks a little harder. We do have a Steamboat Willie one that we're going to probably build. I'll have to figure out what we'll do, whether we do just a video and then just edit it and everything. Hello, Mike Wheeler. Thank you for joining. Stanley Cup final tickets in 2022. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to be doing here. I know they're starting to practice hockey here, and they haven't really announced, and I think Pittsburgh may get a chance to host the games at the PPG Arena.
Yeah, they're a hub city choice so far.
Hello, Billy, Kenzie Days' mom. Welcome in. Welcome in, big Disney fan. I know you've been here. And Mike Wheeler. I do appreciate you all stopping in. Ah, yes, she knows he's playing for ice cream. And this is like, they give you like the step by step. And that's the finished product there on the box. And that's the Jawa hut that was already built. And then we have one more bag of Lego parts. That's the only thing, you only have one book. So I could probably work on part 3 while she's doing that, but I don't have the directions. Ah, Stanley Cup Finals tickets, yes. Or season tickets to the Penguins, yes, she would love that. And the funny thing is, Garrett, I think it was last season, the Penguins were going to play out. They played out in Anaheim on her birthday back in January.
No, that
And
wasn't last season. That was like.
last season,
Oh, that was last season?
yeah.
Oh.
And she was trying to get her dad to take her out to Anaheim, but he wouldn't. And I'm like, well, if you would have told me sooner, we might have went out because I had looked into it. Ah, you're finishing your pizza that you got today, Mike. Doesn't look like the back part wants to stick. Hungry Howie's pepperoni pizza. That's the thing, whenever Kenzie and This Our Dreams does pizza night, I always want to get pizza with it. And usually we're the opposite. We had pizza while they were doing Food Fridays. We had the Pizza Hut pizza with the Supreme cut. That sounds good with a garlic crust. I know our Pizza Hut has the stuffed crust pizzas going now too. But we just get the regular pan, and I like the thin and crispy. But there's some of the other builds that we did. There's Chewbacca, Goofy, Pluto, and Donald. We still got to get the Baby Yoda and Mandalorian. There's the hidden side scary cars. We got that free when we bought a bunch of Legos as a gift that for the month. Yeah, with the crispy edges. Yes, Pam. When we're down in Orlando, we always go to a place called Giordano's Pizza because, one, it's near the timeshare my sister has down there, and they're pretty good. They have a deep dish pizza that we usually will get from there. And usually I can eat maybe one and a half pieces at that. Maybe two, depending on how, the full two, depending on how hungry. You're here to help. Welcome in, Russ Stapleton. But these are the directions. And we still have one more bag to go. And it looks like Garrett wins his ice cream. Ah, 5 more minutes. Yeah, I'm not sure. There's a lot of pieces on the table. I know they put extras. And they get confusing when there's all these smaller pieces of like, where do you put these things? Yeah, I'm hoping that our Lego store, I could have ordered them online, but it's always fun to go and see what other sets and stuff they have. So I'm hoping it'll be open soon. Oh, yes, she does focus. That's probably the other reason why I'm not helping, because I don't really help that much, because I get confused on the pieces. Because there's a couple of these I should have built on my own, especially this one, but I knew that she wanted to build them. But with the Steamboat Willie, we're all going to build, so I'm going to have to figure out how I want to, if I want to do a live stream or maybe just video it of us building it. Because that one I think we'll all help out with, because it's pretty big. Ah, okay, Russ. Yeah, we had the only other Legos that we ever had when the kids were younger. Of course, they started off with the Duplo box, and we actually had a Lego table. Well, kind of like a train table, but then it also had the Lego side. And then we bought, just regular bricks that they came in containers. Like on Black Friday, they used to have like a blue container full of them, which was just multiple pieces, which you could buy now, separately. Hello, T-Town Mary Ellen. Happy Sunday. And we would play with them, but we never really had sets. And then they got some other sets. And my nephew really likes the Star Wars, and we like the Star Wars too. Welcome in, Frankie, from Just Another Disney Nerd. This is a Lego build. Why don't you hand me the box? This is the box that we're building. While Penguin Master is building. I'll give Penguin Master the credit. Penguin Master is also a founder of my channel. So, and she has her own channel that she watches and participates in people's chats from home. Ah, yes, I remember all those special days and stuff, because we would take the kids and go there when they were growing up. So that's pretty cool. And I actually had a friend who worked for Lego that would go in and help put up their, some of their display sets, or make sure that the display sets, and they would go into Toys R Us. They always had great displays at Toys R Us with that. I know Target, a couple of the Targets where I live, they actually have a couple good sets built, but the shelves are empty right now of Legos at the Target that I was just at the other day. I'm going to walk over this way so you can see the finished characters, the mini characters that came. And it comes with Luke Skywalker, C-3PO, and a Jawa. So the Jawa would go into his hut, as you can see. It's hard for me one-handed to do that, so I'll put them up here. And that's if he'll stay up there. But there's the Jawa in his hut. And then C-3PO and Luke are waiting for their Landspeeder. And that's how it looks like coming along. Yeah, I don't know if any of you guys, I know you're from the West Coast, but when you used to go into the launch bay, they would have Jawas walking around, and people learned that you could trade like little buttons or little trinkets with them. Or they would bring like buttons of, just the little buttons or stickers or something, and you could trade with the Jawas. I don't think they won't roam around in her anymore, at least the last few times I was in there. Oh, wow. Yeah, they always say, be careful of the Jawas. Because either they would barter or, like you said, they would play around trying to take your stuff. Oh, okay. Yeah. They used to roam around. I don't think they do anymore, roaming around that launch bay area. But yeah, it was pretty neat to see them. And like Russ said, sometimes they would play around, sometimes they would make trades. People would say that maybe they should bring them to Galaxy's Edge. Yeah, I'm not sure what they'll end up doing with a lot of the different people and characters and stuff. It's too bad they don't have more room to add other parts of Star Wars back there just to make it all one area. Yeah. Sorry about that. I ordered myself a gimbal, and for some reason it didn't come. They delayed my shipment, even though I ordered by the certain time to get it the next day, so I ended up canceling it. And when I did that, I lost my dollar, so I got to wait for them to get refunded back into my credit. So I'm going to end up calling Best Buy to say, hey, because I asked to see about it today about picking it up at one of the local stores, and for some reason it wouldn't let them modify it. I don't know why they couldn't have on their end because they lost the sale. So, yeah. So they lost the sale at this point. Not that they probably really care. So hopefully by the end of the week I will actually have a gimbal. I wanted to get practicing because I want to start for the 4th of July. I'm going to probably go do something for the weekend. Yeah, I saw that Russ and Mickey and Minnie said you could pre-order them. I saw that. They look pretty big. Yeah. I got the email about ordering them. I'm not sure what I'll do yet with that. I still want to get Mando, the brickheads for Mando and the Baby Yoda. So I'll probably have to hurry up and order them. Before because I don't know if our Lego store, when they open, will have them or not. Yes, they were in the pool. Hello, this is our Dreams. Welcome into the stream. Yeah, they probably will, because I know when we went to get the Chewbacca, we saw the brickheads of the Chewbacca one, and we grabbed that. And while we were standing there, people were grabbing the Goofy and Donald and Pluto ones, so we grabbed those, and they were gone by then. I figure you guys were out at Disney Springs having Father's Day dinner or somewhere at Disney Springs. Hello, Shannon Evans. Welcome to the stream. Right now we are building the Luke Skywalker, the Landspeeder. Hope you're enjoying your little trip there, Shannon. I just moved to this side of the table so you could see the Jawa hut and Luke and C-3PO, and then there's a close-up view of what the Landspeeder is starting to look like. And we are actually on bag 3. He's getting a Swanson dinner with a fairy treat. Hey, you never know. But then they probably don't have food in the house. Except maybe Oreos or whatever snacks they drove down with. So you might be having Oreos for dinner. Ah, oh no. Angela's on the phone with DVC. Hopefully your stuff didn't get, when you get the Landspeeder done, you can open up the air hockey table and float it around like the real thing. Hey, that's a good idea, Russ. If we decide to do that, I will take a video. Hopefully they're not canceling you guys, or are they moving you from the Grand Floridian because they're going to open it up for the NBA people. Oh, wow. They didn't have the stop this time around, Jeff. So it might be good for Tracy and them. If they didn't have the stop. I bet you it was crowded on the highway, because I know a ton of people. I've watched my friends' Facebooks, and they're all down at the beaches. So they were probably on the highway with all you guys. So you think it's safe for Tracy and Billy and Kenzie to come down? Oh, okay. I know people, though, boy, I kind of wish I would have booked something at one of the values, because they were getting upgraded to DVC resorts for the same price. But you had to wait for Disney to tell you that you got moved. You couldn't just call and say, I need to be moved because my resort is going to be closed, because I don't think the value resorts are going to open anytime soon. Oh, okay. Now, do you guys have reservations for the 11th of July for the Magic Kingdom opening? Yeah, this air hockey table we got. Um, my mom's always been wanting it and seen it in the paper. And on Christmas Eve, my dad comes up to me, and this is early in the morning. Like, hey, we got to go over to Sears. And they had all these stacks of these tables, and then one real big air hockey table, which we knew we couldn't really fit in there. But they sold like hotcakes while we were standing there waiting for ours to come. But it was a pain to build. So we built it all Christmas Eve. That might be good news for Tracy and Kenzie and them. if they're not stopping people. But it probably all depends on what happens. Oh, yeah, that's right. You guys will be heading to up to Virginia. Okay. Okay, Russ. Sorry if it's shaky. Yeah, I hope you guys get a reservation. I might try to get one, but I gotta check about something first before I would do that. I was hoping they would have had it like a little sooner that week, but I know they're gonna do a cast member preview days. Yeah, that's what I think I heard that they were thinking about doing something else. Yeah, Jeff, I was wondering about the food and wine pins because when I was reading some articles about food and wine, even though they're going to start it on the 15th, it sounded like they were going to spread out the merchandise later in the as time goes on. So I'm wondering if pins are going to be released on the 15th or if they'll be later on down the road or like sporadically release stuff. Because I was wondering the same thing about that. Because I was like, I might think about trying to get a reservation for Epcot and maybe go down real quick. But then I'd end up over at Universal probably, since they don't really require reservations and I don't have resort reservations. So I'm wondering about the merchandise. Yeah, and also look at and see if they're going to release the magnets, like of what they did with the Orange Bird magnets and stuff. I had seen somebody saying they were supposed to mail us magnets, but I don't know. Not that that's a real big deal for me, but I know a lot of other people really like the magnets and stuff. I mean, it's fun to have them. Yeah, I was reading an article about the food and wine, and I don't know if they'll have things. They'll probably have some things out, but it sounded like the merchandise was going to be released. Some of the merchandise was going to be released later, since it's going to be a longer time period. But they're going to have the scavenger hunt like they had before, and kind of mix food and wine with flower and garden, because they said that there's going to be ratatouille, topiaries, and stuff in the back. The Jets don't want to stay on.
Because you get them on, I can't get these on.
Here, let's see. I'll hold the camera. Where's it supposed to go?
In these places.
Like this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
The
okay.
red goes that way. Yeah, that way. May have something to do with these blue and black pieces that stick out. Like, I don't know.
I think they go into something here. Look, I'm wrecking the shit. Okay. There we go. I think it's in. Okay.
You got the other one in?
This one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's.
Okay, there it goes.
Now I knock it out. Nope, I'm wrecking it.
I'll add the piece back. Okay, I'll add that piece back.
Now that I wrecked the ship, the Landspeeder.
And I wouldn't say you wrecked it. It's only two pieces that are easy.
Yeah, I was wondering that, Mike, if they were going to hand out the Orangeburg magnets. Because, like I said, I've read that they're going to be combining flower and garden with some of the topiaries, and they're going to actually have some of the flower and garden festival merchandise for sale in Epcot. Because I'm sure they don't want to just send it to the warehouse. I'm sure some of it will end up in the warehouse, character warehouses, outlets. But I'm sure they want to try to make as much money off of that as possible. Because, I mean, that's a whole season's worth of stuff, depending on what they have left. Because I know they sold a lot of stuff online. So I'm sure they don't want to just go ahead and send it to the character warehouses unless they would sell it at regular price there. But it'd be nice to get the Orangeburg magnet. That's the thing, by trip in April, I would have gotten both the Donald B one and the Orangeburg magnet, because our trip would have coincided for the switchover. So the first part of it would have been the Donald B magnet, and then the Orangeburg magnet. And I just wonder, like, I don't know how soon they do a lot of merchandise, but all that Star Wars 5K and Star Wars Run weekend, what happened to all that merchandise that they would have had out there? As long as, I guess, it wasn't dated, they probably could use it again. Yeah, I read that too, Mike. and heard that from other streams. I know Prince Charming Dev had a really good stream talking about all the different stuff. There's a bunch out there to listen to and everything and read. I try to read the main Disney pages because that's where, you're getting most of the accurates since they're the ones making the shots. But I thought I did read that. And I know I was going to renew my annual pass because it was up this week, but then they did extend it to October. So I don't have to renew until October now. I almost renewed beforehand. I think it's all AP holders, Garrett. So one per household. I'm the only one that has an AP in my house. And I know mine got extended. Did you notice if your pass got extended, Jeff? Your annual pass? Because I know they were doing that this week. Yeah, mine got extended till October. If you do, Garrett, let me know so I can go down and meet them. So I gotta start planning some of my vacation time of what I want to do. Now, the only problem I have right now is I don't own DVC. I'm either going to have to go to one of those brokers and get a DVC resort through them, or just go stay somewhere else. Or close to it. Well, that's why I wonder, people are staying at Bay Lake, like what you guys are doing. You're going to want to walk down those pathways and start looking around. I wonder if the security will be out on those pathways and everything. Yeah, I got lucky there. I at least got one other trip in, and if I would have done my April trip, it would have been extra bonus to my annual pass. So I at least got to make one trip somewhere along the line down there. There's a lot of extra little pieces laying around. If the men stay home. Yeah, that's true there, Garrett, about the dogs there, because I know I've saved my sister some money with kenneling the dogs by staying at her house overnight and, being there in the morning to let them out before I go to work, and then when I get home, they're with me in the evenings. So I've saved her some money sometimes. And then there's other times for them, it makes sense for them to go ahead and kennel the dog, depending on if I join them or something else. They're going to be there longer. Who wants blueberry pancakes and sausage? That sounds delicious. I haven't had blueberry pancakes in ages. And you know what, Russ? I had a friend of mine, and it's not pancakes, but they used to do a French toast casserole type of thing, and it was delicious, decadent. They would get like this blueberry sauce with fresh blueberries and berries and stuff, and it was delicious. I miss that also because they would make it for the youth group after we did like an overnight or something. Full on pizza. Yeah, it had like a cream in it with the French toast, cinnamon, all of that, and then you put this blueberry berry sauce on it, and it was warmed, and it was so delicious. And a lot of times, we would have it with my youth group when we would do overnight lock-ins at our church. Oh, you're welcome, Pam. Yeah, sporadically, I'm probably going to do something Sunday afternoons. It all just depends. I'm looking. Not that I don't want to be scheduled, so I'm playing around with at least having one type of scheduled thing, whether it's trivia or I'm going to start inviting people on or whoever wants to go on. I'll put the link out there and can jump on and talk about whatever. And so I'm going to pick a day. But a lot of the other stuff will be probably surprise streams because things are starting to open up around here. So that's like our local amusement park. I got to make my reservations for that. And I'll probably live stream from there one day just to show what's going on and everything. And although I can't go into the lake, but up in Lake Erie, they're going to be opening up all their stuff. Yeah, the lock-ins were always the hard thing for me, Russ, too. Because, yeah, that was the thing. The kids would settle in and they would watch. Luckily, they would play games or movies because we kind of settle them in. But they got a little rough in the middle of the night. But here's the finished product. And I'll have Penguin Master hold it. And we used to do something, I don't know if you guys ever did it, but a 30-hour famine type of lock-in. It made it easier for the kids, so none of us would cheat or whatever. We were allowed water and juice, but everything else you couldn't have. But that's the Landspeeder and everything like that. And here's the finished product.
There's the finished product.
And there's the Jawa hut. And I know yesterday they did a food drive because they were supposed to come back yesterday from Tennessee on their mission trip. But since they all got canceled, they've been doing some different service projects for my church and our community. And they did a food drive for our local ministry area that does food drives and collects food, and then they get it for everyone else. She got it done in 10 minutes. Yes, Garrett, so you owe her ice cream. But that's the finished products. And it's a Landspeeder and everything like that. Yeah, it was pretty tough doing the 30-hour famine. We used to, after we were done, we would break it with a communion and everything, and then we'd kind of meet up at a restaurant, and then we decided, you know what, it's a lot better that we don't just go pig out at a restaurant. So we had families come in, and they would make pancakes, and that's where the breakfast food came in, and it was really nice. Garrett, can you tell time? Yeah. It's been almost an hour, which we kind of figured. But we did watch kids that if they couldn't do the full famine, then they had to give up something else like talking or some other type of thing. Usually talking, they couldn't talk. So if they could only do 12 hours, then the rest of the time they couldn't talk or whatever. So we would do other things, or if they couldn't really do it, we did have emergency food them like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or something in case so they didn't get sick or anything like that. The hardest part is like staying at the church overnight and sleeping and stuff, so you bring all your stuff. But we had games, and then we did have other parents come in since the leaders were also doing it with them, so that way the parents, the other parents could help monitor everything. And we also did some other events, like one time we went laser tagging, and then we took them bowling because they would have all night bowling. So it kind of kept them going, and then they did nap and stuff through the day. And sometimes we did a service project with it. With the type of church that I go to, they do stuff with the United Methodist Corps on Relief, and they look for health kits and flood bucket kits and stuff like that, so we'd help build them. But that's the finished product. We're probably going to go ahead and end the stream here. The game Monarch Moments is playing tonight is Who's the Daddy? They waiting for results from Maury Povich. Yes, I saw that. That's funny. Yes, so tonight there are streams by Pearl Manhattan at 7 p.m. Then I also know, of course, Monarch Moments at 9 p.m. At 8 p.m., Pete McDevitt has a stream. I believe Dean of the Live Place has a stream also at 8 p.m. And, of course, Monarch Moments at 9 p.m. Dole Whip Dad always has oh, no, I don't think he's doing his disc tube because of the Father's Day. And then sometimes they do Creator Talk later in the evening, him and the Lynn Project. So I do like to thank Dean of the Live Place for hosting our channel. He has over 100 channels where you could go and find family-friendly types of streams. Some are family-friendly. A lot of it's, some are Disney-based, some are travel cruise-based. Pearl Manhattan does her music shows. There's going to be one at 7 p.m. and it's pretty awesome. So go check them out. There's a lot of good creators right in my chat here. So if you haven't already done so, consider subscribing to any one of these channels and my channel. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. And I will see you guys all in the chat. Where what, Russ? Where is what? TheLivePlace.com, is that what you're asking? Or where is Pearl Manhattan doing her concert? Oh, air hockey time. Well, it would take a little bit because we'd have to take the top off. The good creators in the chat. Oh, okay. You know what? Your nerd chat there. Well, y'all do different things and everything like that. Jeff, take one side of the table. If we end up taking off the top there, I will make a video of it so you could see it go across, but we'd have to clean off the table and then move the top there. So if we do it, we'll do it after the stream and make a video of it. So that way you could see it. But that's pretty much it for the evening. I do thank everyone for joining. Hello, J&N Travels. Thank you for joining. I'm just getting ready to end the stream. We built this, well, my guest, Penguin Master. She's usually in the streams of various people, and she helped build this Legos type of thing. Jeff would want to use an Oreo as the puck. Hey, have a great evening, This Our Dreams. And hopefully we'll see some live streams from the Grand Floridian and all the various places, or at least videos. And have us mouth as the goal. Yeah, that's right, Mike. So I will see you guys all later in the chat. Have a great evening and let the adventures begin. And I will turn the camera around so you can see the both of us while we say goodbye. So goodbye, everyone.
See you.
And we'll see you all later in the chats. Have a great night and let the adventures begin. Bye, everyone.